Hey guys, it's Melanie and Alf. We are bringing you a couple of candle reviews today. So, whoop, there's Alf. Hope you guys are excited. These are both going to be Kringle candle reviews. This one here, the first one, Vanilla Cone, is actually a little bit of a re-review for me because I've had this candle in the past, but I had it in the way past, back when the Kringle candles that came in this particular jar here used to be in this white like paraffin formula that Kringle used. This one here is the newer soy formula. I feel like the soy formula is probably not new anymore, but it's still newer to me. So I was really looking forward to getting my hands on the Vanilla Cone scent again, because this was one of the very first ones that I picked up from Kringle back in 2015, the first time that I purchased them. And I was disappointed. Not disappointed in the fragrance back then because it smelled good on cold sniff, right? Like there was no problem with the scent. Love me some vanilla, love me some waffle cone, so delicious. No problem with the fragrance. The problem was the quality of the burn. That paraffin wax that they used just was not for me. It was sooty, just not great. So we don't need to rehash that. I feel like I've told that story plenty of times. But I placed an order, gosh, I think I've had this for like a few months. And I don't know why I held off like burning it, because this particular fragrance you could really burn year round, to be totally honest. It's kind of a good blender type fragrance. It is, come back. You little turkey. Okay, well, you're gonna get in trouble for that later, sir. He totally is walking around with like this huge boulder in his, he's probably gonna drop it on the floor. If you hear a clank, it's a rock. Anyway, where was I? Sorry, sidetracked, ADD. Okay, anyway, Vanilla Cone, delicious. Very kind of basic scent that makes a really good blender candle, right? Like you could pair this with any holiday scent or any fall scent, or even most spring and summer scents. And it just adds this delicious kind of creamy vanilla-ness to the air that is perfect. Like if you're looking to either tone down a candle or to make a candle, like to give maybe like a floral candle, like a gourmand touch. So if you're trying to go for that whole like pink petal tea cake type vibe, you know, you could add something like this to a floral candle that you're burning and it would just bring in that little touch of gourmand, right? So just a great overall scent to have in your backup stash when you are looking to mix something. This is not a complicated fragrance. This is not something that is like earth-shattering, but it's just really delicious. And if we are going to continue to harp on the thing that I think Kringle is really good at here, is that this wax is amazing. The wicks are fantastic. So you can see here that the wax has pulled out, obviously. We had a nice, like, I would say this is just about an inch wax pull here when I was burning this yesterday. And there's really no discoloration in the wax. Like it just really continues to have this beautiful creamy white color the whole way down. Like you can burn a Kringle candle in this soy formula all the way down to the wick clips and there's no discoloration. Sometimes, depending on the fragrance oils that are used, I did have a couple of the holiday candles just start to soot a little bit around the rim, but it was never anything dramatic or crazy. Like this formula just burns incredibly cleanly. It does really, really well. So I just wanted to show you guys that there's no discoloration. Now the soy wax does just leave a little bit of like that residue, but I'm fine with this. I would rather have this than sooting, so something to keep in mind. This particular scent is available in a few different formats, so you can check this out in the daylight, which is a great option to be able to just purchase like a like a little version of this. It's basically like an oversized votive. It gives you a chance to smell it on cold sniff, to actually light the candle up just to see if you like what it does once it is lit. I really like this daylight option that they offer. You can also get the wax melts. You can get the medium jar, which is $25.50. And actually, ironically enough, this large jar that I have here is on sale for $24.50. So it's $1 less than the medium jar. And you can use my 15% off discount code. I will put that information in the description box down below, as well as a link to where to shop for Kringle candles. And yeah, you can get this bad boy on sale. Now, Kringle does offer a few other like waffle scents. There's a salted waffle cone. There's a pumpkin waffle cone. Both of those are in the country candle line. Honestly, I'd like to try the pumpkin waffle cone, but I feel like the, yeah, it's that I don't know. I don't love the paraffin formula. I think I just need to stop buying those candles. They're actually quite nice to just put into my candle crock. So I think what I might do is, it looks like there's no wax melts available right now in the pumpkin waffle cone. But if wax melts ever come out in that scent again, I'll definitely pick it up in that format. So, but anyway, let's get into the scent description here. I'll tell you guys about the strength and throw. I'm really pleased with this one. So this is going to be like a top-notch review here. So vanilla cone, buttery rich. This vanilla adds a sweet gourmand note for extra depth and intrigue. Your top notes are butter and caramel. Your mid notes are homemade waffles and milk. And your base notes are powdered sugar and vanilla. So this is not a vanilla that is overly sweet or cloying. This kind of smells like a mix of maybe a French vanilla, but it also leans a little bit like vanilla bean. I have to admit, French vanilla is not my favorite vanilla. We have this joke in our family where like Craig will offer to go get ice cream, but he's always like, I'm gonna make sure it's French vanilla. I hate French vanilla. I think it's the most disgusting vanilla flavor. And he knows not to buy it, but he likes to tease me about it. And he always comes home with vanilla bean because, I don't know, I feel like that's like the authentic vanilla that I love, is that vanilla bean ice cream from Breyers. Oh, I think that's the very best vanilla ice cream on the market. I've even had like more expensive vanilla bean ice creams at some of the, you know, the fancy like ice cream shops that we have in Portland. It doesn't beat the like Breyers vanilla bean ice cream for me. And that, I feel like there is a mix of just like that Breyers vanilla bean, but there is a little bit of like a French vanilla vibe in here as well, but it's actually quite enjoyable. So this is really the only like touch of French vanilla that I will tolerate. It's really, really delicious. You do definitely get that cone note, and it doesn't smell like a waffle, like a Belgian waffle or anything like that. It really does smell like when you walk into an ice cream shop that makes like you know, they make their not vanilla cones, they make their ice cream cones like in the shop. You can just smell that delicious, warm, gourmand waffle note floating through the air, and then you mix that with the different ice cream. Oh my gosh, so I love going into an ice cream shop. That's like one of my favorite smells, is that delicious, rich, buttery, like waffle note. It just is so good. So that's really what this smells like, you guys. The picture that you are seeing on this label is what you smell. You get that yummy vanilla ice cream, which is creamy and delicious and rich and definitely has like a butteriness to it. And then you get that crisp, like crunchy waffle note. I have a thing for this candle, you guys. This is delicious. I feel like this is one that you can totally have on hand, like I said, that you can mix with whatever, and it's always going to be delicious and amazing. I think this is a must try from Kringle. I think if you're gonna add anything to your cart outside of what you're already like set to buy, I would say pick up vanilla cone, check it out. It's really delicious. Now the strength in the throw is just kind of right on par for these Kringle 2 wicks. Usually I get the strength and a throw of about between like a 6 and a 7. And that's what I would say about this one. The strength is right around a 6. The throw, however, I would maybe put at more of like between like a 5.5 and a 6. It doesn't throw terribly far. But I feel like the thing we have to keep in mind with these Kringle candles, at least currently, I know that there are some things that they are working on, which might mean potentially larger jar sizes, potentially more wicks, which would mean we would get a little bit more oomph in terms of strength and throw, right? So this is obviously a 2-wick candle. The opening is, I don't know, what is this, like 4 inches across the top or something? So I think you have to have somewhat tempered expectations in terms of how much this can do, but I find that they do incredibly well for the size that they are, especially in my house. We do have a more open concept area in the downstairs, and so it does make it a little bit harder if you don't have a large surface area here to disperse the fragrance. But I think they still do incredibly well. So I'm gonna repurchase this one, and I am very excited for the things that are to come with Kringle. I know that they are trying to be innovative. I know that they are trying to expand the brand. I really like that Mick goes into the different candle groups. Like, I'm sure if you're in Norma's, the Candle Dancer candle group, you've seen him pop in and out of there periodically asking for you know, suggestions, asking for thoughts on potential releases, asking people for ideas. I just really appreciate that as a company. They are very apt to reach out to their consumers and to request feedback, and to be open to it, I think, is a big thing. You know, anytime that a company asks for suggestions, we all know that there are millions of opinions from many, many people, and you can get an earful sometimes. So, yeah, I know what that's like, just having a YouTube channel. So I know that it takes quite a bit for them to put themselves out there like that, but I appreciate that they do it, because I do think that their consumers certainly have great ideas and suggestions, and I love that they're willing to incorporate that. That's just one of the things that I really appreciate about the company overall. So you guys, this scent for me it's a win. I will repurchase it myself. I would encourage you to check it out. Even if you just pick it up in the daylight just to be able to smell it, it is delicious, and I think it's very authentic. So if you like gourmands, I feel like this is a natural selection for you for sure. So let me know if you have any questions. I'll put a link on where to buy this down below in the description box, as well as a discount code. And there's a few different sales happening at Kringle right now. So check those out, and happy shopping if you choose to partake. Please subscribe if you're new. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. And I'll see you with another candle review here a little bit later on this afternoon. Take care. Toodaloo.